morning from San Cristobal de las Casas, and today we are doing an organized tour. This is actually something we are not normally doing because we try to explore everything by ourselves, but as we don't have a car and this is a few miles away, we booked this organized tour, and the tour will bring us to Chamula. That's actually where some indigenous people are still living and have their own religion, which is apart from Catholic or Protestant religion, and supposed to be very interesting to see. And after that we are going to Zinacantan, which is an old colonial city and also worth to visit. And it's a beautiful day, sunny, blue sky, same like yesterday, but then it started raining later. But let's be optimistic and hope for sun all day. So this is our tour guide Juan and our driver. And this is Marty, and this is me. So now we are first in Zinacantan, and we have a traditional house, and we are welcomed with a traditional drink. And this is supposed to, it's an alcoholic drink, it's supposed to taste like rum.
Cheers, but here in the villages, this is one of the special drinks, so they call this bosh or poshin. And we say Kichpan. A great day today. How's it taste like?
Very good. Nice. Alcohol.
It's not my favorite. I like those two.
This is hibiscus. Kichpan. We are in a house of a local guy who's in some way important and has earned some honor, so that's why he has this altar in his house. And you can see him actually here on this picture. And he's wearing the traditional clothes they were wearing here more or less in the past. We just learned that his wife passed away a couple months ago, but he's still taking care of this altar and maintains it perfectly. And on the floor it's not grass, it's actually the leaves from the pine tree, which gives a very aromatic smell. It's very funny because you have the traditional altar here, and then over here you have a very modern altar with a TV. So here in Zinacantan, actually the people are passionate flower growers, and you can see here they have a greenhouse and they're planting these flowers to harvest them and sell them later all over the country. Here in the garden there's also some very big chicken, or maybe it's a turkey. Hello, who are you? Quack. Yes.
Yeah. Hold it that way. Tastes so good.
It's broken.
So that's the beans.
You can make another one. They have at a green squash.
Beans. And of course, after the traditional house and the explanation of the kitchen and the garden and the flower growing, we have to go through this shop to buy some things. Some things are really beautiful and I would like to buy some things, but we can't because we are traveling non-stop continuously. So if I would buy a shirt or a blanket in each village or house, I would have too much luggage. I can have only one bag. And just behind me here, there's actually a lady standing in her traditional dress from this village. Very beautiful dress, waiting for a pickup.
Here you can see the church of Zinacantan. The bell tower has collapsed because of the earthquake, so we cannot go and visit the church. It's forbidden area. And there's the chapel that's more or less intact.
So Marty just showed you the church before, the big cathedral or church actually, which is destroyed from the earthquake. So what they did is that they brought all the holy statues over here to that small church which is right next to us, but we are not allowed to take any pictures inside, and the people are praying to Maria and all the other statues, and there are tons of flowers and a lot of candles, so it's a really beautiful setting inside. But unfortunately we cannot show it to you. So now we are in Chamula and we are on the cemetery of these people, and you can see different colors of the crosses. So the blue cross means that this person has been part of the Congress or has been a very respected person here. The black cross means that the people have died of a natural death, and the white cross means that the people have died in a very young age. And you can see also here in the front that there's like pine leaves on the grave, because this is for them a holy plant and has a very good smell.
So this man, he's decorating the cemetery because his mom died 4 years ago. And he's preparing this by November 2nd. As you know, it's not too far away from now. But he also will come back on November 2nd because this is a place where they will have lunch.
Okay.
They believe that they will share with the dead people. Could be their parents, could be their son, or any other family.
Yeah.
You see this rounded things right there? It's the thing they decorated the curve by the road. But maybe somebody of their family member who has died in the car accident. Kush lawak och talelik usbilia. Alish khoyet le, al shaqi da bekarro diga. Aquel postelia.
Sven de mush ai o. Ha na kotik tihet.
Makin lah ta accidente.
Mo mo.
Pagmush ayo
Sven pag mush ai o.
Pero chawas bio.
Oi.
Oi. Mush ayo no. Cha.
Ha hecho.
Bueno, hello cha.
Bueno,
Exacto.
le coi watano.
And on the graves you can see these yellow flowers. In German we call it Tagetes, I don't know what the name is in English. And this is a flower of the dead people because it's blue, it's a color of the evening when the day is over. And the people from Chamula, or the people actually, they have also a local clothing, not a uniform, but a typical dress. I was looking for that word, and you can see the women are wearing this black woolen skirt and reddish or purple blouse, and have the children on the back, and they're actually preparing the graves or make the graves fresh for the Day of the Dead.
And here you can see the chapel of the cemetery that was also destroyed in an earthquake a long time ago and never got rebuilt.
And on some graves there are like 5 or 6, we even saw like 8 crosses behind each other, and that means that just several family members are buried on top of each other. They always open the grave and put the fresh one on top. And there's this little husky here waiting until...
Her name is Kira.
Kira.
It's Kira. Kira is waiting until the grave is decorated nicely. So cute. And they say it costed 5,000 pesos. So for here it's a very expensive dog. So now we are in the center of Chamula, which is actually the main street. You can see here behind me, very touristic, a lot of tourist shops where you can buy t-shirts and souvenirs, etc. And the story actually about the people of Chamula is also a little bit a sad story, because the people have a very strong Catholic, kind of in their own way, religious way of worshipping. And then 40 years ago, some people turned to the Protestant church. and those people were then became refugees because the people from Chamula here from the city didn't want to have them anymore, so they had to flee. So it was kind of, I would not say like a religious war, but the people had to go away, and most of the Protestant people, most of the former Chamula Protestant people are now living in barracks around San Cristobal in the hills. So that's humans and religion, maybe not always a very smart thing. And this is a church from Chamula, and I'm taking a picture already here because, or a movie actually, because inside it's strictly forbidden to shoot a movie or do any kind of pictures.
So we just came out from the church. It's actually not a church anymore because the locals have chased the Catholic priests away. From here the church was built by the Catholics, but it was the most bizarre experience I've ever had. The floor, there's no chairs in the church. They've taken the Catholics relics and the saints down from the walls of the church, and they just stand on the side, and the church bells are also inside just in a corner because they don't need them, and the floor is covered with pine leaves, and people sit on the floor and do their prayers. They light up hundreds of candles. There's fire everywhere in the church. It's very impressive to see that it doesn't catch fire because there's all these leaves on the floor. People have meals inside, they are praying, they use their own language, which is called tzotzil. Everybody speaks actually with each other with this language here. It's a very interesting language, and yeah, it's a very, very bizarre, very personal experience. The locals have their own prayers. There's no priest needed, so they use this from the Catholics built church to practice their own religion the same way, but with having the saints standing all around. They respect them, but they don't have any value actually. Very, very interesting, bizarre experience. That was our visit to Zinacantan and Chamula villages. Get a little glimpse of the original Mayan culture. This was our second day in San Cristobal de las Casas. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe here on this and click on this little button, and here Google will suggest you a suitable video. Please share this video with your friends. Keep watching, keep liking our videos and subscribing. See you soon. Bye.